So, I mean, look at that tracking. They're obviously cheating. Oh, misses some shots, but yeah, the crosshair's just following. It's so stupid. Okay, didn't want to target. Okay, okay. Can't hit a dynamite though. Can't dodge a long range fire strike either. Oh, some cheaters are so bad. Yeah, okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another stadium game. We're against the cheater.
Who's ready for stadium?
So the cheater is the Ashe on the enemy team. It took me a while to realize they're cheating. The matchmaking's kind of crazy in Stadium. You get players of all sorts of abilities, so we just assumed at first that, I mean, things started to feel weird, you'll see. But we assumed maybe they're just, you know, a player that can aim a bit. It's, you know, it's normal. We come across them. I'm playing Junkrat, by the way, and I'm deciding if I should go for a trap build or a zip grease build. Now, the fact that we're up against a Rein, and it's Rein versus Rein, the trap build's super frustrating for them to play against. So, I'm kind of leaning towards that. And then there's also the, well, what value am I going to get out of the zip grease build? I can put a lot of pressure over onto the Zen, but maybe the Ashe might cause problems for me in the air. So, we opt to start out with a trap build. We still get weapon power compensator, stratosphere, and electrolytes. That's going to give us the movement speed out of spawn. The double trap's still useful, and look, we're not ruling out that we're a zip grease build or anything. We can still absolutely go that build. It just takes a bit longer to come online. We'd have to skip Bango, not completely, but at least for round 2, because we'd want to get Hop Boom. That's if we wanted to transition. So we can judge in this first round how we think it's going to go. Try and analyze a bit of the players. As again, Zen gets a bit of damage out over onto us, but we're still just spamming. It's all about cash generation at this point. So our team looks like we're going to be capping this first point, unless Ryan charges in, but that's not going to work out for him well. That actually was the first sign of the cheating. Dynamite perfectly on that side. As soon as we step around the corner, they hit us. But at the time, you know, you don't think about it. You just say, well, 50-50 chance, right? You just spam the dynamite, assuming that someone's pushing. But yeah, you'll see it in the kill cams when they pop up. So we still got the point, 34%. Without these traps. Okay. That felt a bit unusual, but again, okay, no problem. You know, we walked out choke point. They have people who can hit us, and there's a Zen, a Discord Orb, and an Ashe, right? We're gonna take damage. So, just trying to spam through, put some pressure over onto the Rein shield. We hear somebody up the top there. It is a Reaper waiting around. Do get one shot over onto them. At least forces them back. Get taken down again. Okay. The thing is, the Moira is the one getting the credit here, right? And there's the Zen just spamming choke. So I'm just like, oh, I'm getting super unlucky in this game so far. Enemy team now up to the halfway mark. Bob has come out, does eliminate our Ana there. So we just try and spam over again, just try and earn some cash. Ashe dynamite. A little bit suspicious going through there, but they missed the dynamite shot. Seems to be a reoccurring theme. Okay, Ryan pushing forward. We've got traps out. Actually booped him up in the air, which probably frustrated our Ryan a little bit, but still get the kill. And okay, enemy team up to 86%. With us just hitting that 45 mark. Reaper's kicking around here a little bit. Step out to the side, try and spam the Ashe a little bit. Moira's putting pressure on us, so it's going to force us to get back. We do connect one grenade over onto a miss. That's pretty lucky. Oi, so's that. Getting the kill over onto the Moira. So enemy Ryan does push through. We do want to try and use our tire up in the air around. We were just going to... Ryan's swing managed to kill the tire. Doesn't matter, he gets taken down, but we don't get the credit or at least deal a load of damage, ready for the Rhine pin. So our team's doing very well here. Soldier picking up a couple of kills over onto the Cheetah and the Zen. Moira, we're just sitting far back because the only move that she's got there is to fade through to the point, and we want to be able to delete her quickly. Either way, team's got a nice substantial cash lead. Cheetah on the enemy team gets MVP, but our Soldier outclasses them.
Coming up, who's ready to start the push?
So yeah, at this point, not really suspecting anything.
What tactics will the teams come up with this round?
So they're asking, will I go the trap build? Yeah, it felt fine there. I want to be able to have these traps over in the back line. I think it's going to be quite good against the Reaper Rhine. Money-wise, we don't have to sell everything. We can get lithium alloy, and then we can choose between electrolytes and, say, stratosphere. I don't think it's worth building the AP right now. Like, a little bit of extra damage, not really worth it. It's also a bit of a gamble to go straight for that lithium alloy item, because your traps are so weak that Rhine just walks through and swings and eliminates them in one swing. But we're going to risk it because on this map, we've got to get the traps past the Rhine shield, really. So the easiest way to do that is to get lithium alloy, which allows it, I think that's what it's called anyway, allows us to throw them over the top of the Rhine shield. And yeah, now we've got the baby trap as well.
3, 2, 1.
Right, round 2 underway. We're going to cut across. I'm not entirely sure what I was thinking about there. I just kind of paused. Yeah, no idea. I was trying to think, what was I thinking in that moment? Am I going to stack a trap there? Am I listening for like Reaper or something? Either way. Just trying to get that spam over here. Now we can start throwing our traps quite deep into the enemy territory. We stay behind that wall for a little bit longer because we're expecting a Zen volley. Reaper jumps up top. We are going to ping that. Ashe putting some damage over onto us. Hitting some nice shots. As the dynamite comes in. Oh, it is the triple dynamite. So they are on some weird kind of triple dynamite build. Ashe hitting a couple of good shots again. Trying to put traps over near the Rhine. That dynamite is being annoying. We're just going to jump up in the air and get away from that. Reaper though, close range. The spread on the weapon, we underestimated it a bit there. So far the trap build's proving to not be very effective. We haven't had many enemies trapped. But I mean, it is still early, and this is again a problem with the traps being so easy to kill. You really do need the blue item just to get their health up. Oh, we get hit by that as well. It's a bit frustrating. Rhine trying to push us. Wonder if the traps can save us here. Do we want to try and jump backwards? Not against the Rhine. Okay, so enemy team gets it to the checkpoint. Nice sleep from our Anna. We did manage to escape though. So we're going to start the spam. Throw the traps over. There is a Bob here. We've got our tire, which we could potentially use. Reaper's also around there. It's annoying having the Reaper in that position. Okay, Ashe just immediately hits us. I mean, I know the Bob was shooting us, but we survived the Bob. Oh, they're just tracking us straight through the wall. But I'm pressing tab at that moment, so I haven't really noticed it there. This is where I suspect them of being, they're a bit suspicious. Can't really hit the rip tire though. I guess the budget cheats don't lock onto that one. Okay, Moira walks into our trap. Finally, we get some value out of the traps here. So, I mean, it's clear that the Ashe is not... I mean, they're hard cheating, but they're not having the greatest effect. I think that's helped a lot by the map, also by the fact that we've got the Rhine barrier. Okay, let's get some traps where players might be walking in the future. I do like playing the trap. Okay. Yeah, okay, there's where I've noticed that I think they're cheating. Like, the suspicious has become a I'm getting confident that they are actually cheating.
Score.
Okay. Enemy team
Quite the performance
taking round
from
2.
these superstars.
Cheater with MVP. I wonder if you guys can come up with a better
It's
acronym
the payload race.
for that MVP.
It's
Blank
time
right
for
now.
the teams to consult their
I've said, I
playlists.
hate that Ashe. Yeah, the whole of Overwatch hates that Ashe after this video. So finally our traps actually have some health. We didn't really get much money, so there's not anything really interesting that we can that we could buy. We're only on 18k, so yeah, we've got a little bit of money still left to spend. 4k, do we opt to go to stack the greens, or do we get one of the blues like energized braces or custom stock or something? I think probably best to just get 2 of the blues. I mean 2 of the greens. Yeah, those ones. Get some AP, and then we can opt for some survival up against the Ashe. Armored vest might help us out a little bit. Not really adrenaline shot. Or if we just want the 25 health, we can go for stratosphere beacon. Armored vest probably also going to help us out against the Reaper. So enemy Ashe is on a triple dynamite, and then they've got the one that burns damage when they crit. So it's already, when I see stuff like this, it just further enhances that opinion that, yeah, they might be cheating, because the build doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, okay, let's get triple dynamite, and then let's get a weapon power on hit crit thing. Like, sure, you can build it, but a good player wouldn't. A good player is not going for that combination. Like, where's the calamity? Yeah, I think maybe they... I don't know. I don't even know. Right. Spamming over onto the enemy Rhine. Just trying to help that Rhine versus Rhine fight. Also getting those traps. Quite good positions for the traps, actually. There. Triggered 2 traps at the same time. Different players. The Zen does get taken down. I think, yeah, that was one that we did trap. So this is where it really comes online, where the traps are a bit more of a pain for them to kill. Actually... Oh, I did try the trap build against somebody running my Torb turret build. So the one where you spam turrets against the enemy team. Actually works quite well, because the Torb turrets attack the traps. And when the traps have got a lot of health, you find, well, they're not applying the debuffs to anyone. It was actually really interesting. Like, it felt like I can spam out traps faster than they can spam out turrets. And it just became this... game of chess. But the thing is that my traps still can trap people, whereas their turrets aren't shooting anything. It's just one thing to take into account if you come up against the Torb turret. What in the... Yeah, this is we've got to watch the kill cam on this, haven't we? Yeah. Okay. We know they're cheating. Still, they're only on like 29.5k cash. They're you know, they're carrying for the team, but they're not having a crazy impact. You know, you go up against an actual GM player Ashe in the stadium, and they'll have way more impact than this, like way more. So we're not too bothered. We just realise, yeah, okay, we've got to maybe change up the style a little bit. Okay, see if we can get a little flank over onto the Ashe. We're only peeking corners for like a fraction of a second. Trap at the top of the ramp. Trap down the bottom of the ramp. Is he going to walk into it? No. We get hit by fire strike. Somebody else does get trapped though. We might be in trouble. Ryan gets pinned. Traps behind the Ryan. Is he going to land anything from Zen did? While he was in his ult though. Okay, damage over onto the Ashe, who's just spamming their buttons. Oh, we get instantly shot as soon as we peek around that corner. And again, so we're going to have to try and back off from that. The Reaper does flank us. Trap triggered. Okay, it was only one of the baby traps, I think. Really need to go and contest their objective, Ryan. Looks like he's getting pinned again. Maybe he didn't, actually. Okay, our team's slowly catching up. Spam up top over onto the Reaper. Traps each side of the objective. Are they going to trigger? We're in the lead now, so we can kind of stay on our cart, but I mean, if anyone comes and contests, that's going to quickly change. Bob comes in. We're putting traps down everywhere that we can. One behind the cart, little baby trap. Need some cooldowns. One little shot over onto Bob because I'm not hitting this Ryan. Bob does manage to eliminate us. However, we do manage to take the round.
2-1.
So yeah, just seeing if anyone else on the team has got an opinion on that. Guys, in the downtime, if you could do me a big favor and hit the like button on the video, it really helps me out. I've got a few other games coming up soon, which are, including maybe some comp games. I have played a bit of comp, and I know there's a lot of people asking to see that. The games just, they weren't that good, and when I used to upload only competitive games before Stadium's release, I had a kind of a standard that the games had to meet, and the recent competitive games are just not meeting those standards, and I feel bad. Like, I don't just want to upload videos just for the sake of uploading for you guys. I want to upload, good games or strategic games or something, crazy fade jumps or multi-kills. Something has to happen in the game, or there has to be a story to it. By the way, we picked Bango and Zip Grease here. We're keeping the 2 trap powers, but I'm realizing, hey, look, with this Ashe, they seem to be the primary threat here. Let's see if we can annoy them, if they're cheating and just kind of standing in the open, because it feels like they're a really bad player. They've just got this tracking aim. Yeah. Interestingly, it's somebody I'd already avoided. And I'd avoided that player, I think. Oh, why did I avoid? Oh, that's why. Because there was a previous game that was somebody didn't join. And you know how you get that delay before the armory opens? That player typed, I can't buy anything. And as soon as I saw that, it was like, really? Is this the first time you've seen that happen? Like, not all the players have joined yet, so the armory hasn't opened. And so I immediately made an assessment of that, going, this player must be quite new. We're just going to soft avoid them. Like, not pin, just click the avoid, because why would we want that on our team? And it turns out it's this player, the cheater. So yeah, we're going to try and use Zip Grease to just snipe them a little bit. It will be more fun, as we start building more weapon power and things. It should be pretty cool. Yeah. Someone got caught in the trap. So we're not hot booming it because we're still firing out the little baby traps. So we've got to wait until they land. A bit early on the Reaper shot there. We're taking a lot of damage. We've got some healing coming in though. Ryan was briefly antied. Reaper juggled up in the air. Our Ryan's getting very, very low though. Gotta watch out for a shatter at this point. We're kind of trapped with a Ryan right in our face. No opportunity to use ult here. Bob is used just on their side of the point for some reason. We're just letting the enemy team know that the Ashe is cheating. So, yeah, you might get some good players. Some players reporting that. And, clean up Overwatch when we can. Let's get the shot over onto the Ashe. Cheater down. Oh, we nearly got hit down there by the Reinhardt though. Just about out of the angle. So we now use our Rip Tire. Super Wham saying it's bad, but it's obvious. Yep, sums it up in a nutshell. Throw the trap off the map. Oh, we failed. We didn't try to, we just forgot that it's got extended range. Okay, damage over onto the Zen, but we want the Ashe down. No angle on the Ashe. No Zip Grease to hit that Zen with. Let's jump up top. Oh, Reaper's there. Okay. Mutual respect. Backing off. Okay, we jump backwards just in case the Ryan does decide to push us, and also it allows us to cover that angle in case the Reaper's still up there. I'm hearing some footsteps. Ah, we've seen you now. Trying to get a geometry bounce. Didn't work. Let's just throw a trap in there. This time we remembered that we've got the extra distance. Then with Transcendence coming in. Still want to put the traps down, still useful with the slow. Ooh, we just get hit, but just about jump around the corner. It's one of the tricks when a shatter does come in to hit that jump button, because if it does knock you down while you're airborne, you're still going to carry that momentum behind cover rather than just standing there. Okay, enemy Moira coalescence comes in. Orion's taken down there by the Moira. Ryan pushing forward. It's taking a lot of damage here actually. We've got our tire as well. Is there an opportunity to use this? Not really here. Okay, we'll just detonate that to put the trap down. Enemy Ashe fighting for their life. Here comes the tire. Damage over onto the Ryan. We do get taken down there and the Ryan's getting healed up. Where is our tank? Are they, okay, are we trying to get the report in? No, I wanted to see if they were in a group or not. I mean, to be honest, if people are getting boosted by a cheater, then they'd normally leave the groups anyway, so that they're not associating. That would be the sign that they know that they're cheating. But then we can't tell if they're actually in a group or not. Ashe at the back there does manage to eliminate us. We get to see another kill cam. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that looks pretty normal. It's like their aimbot doesn't track when things are moving quickly. That's helpful for us because, you know, it means we can jump up in the air. The Bob's in a good position actually this time. It's a little bit tricky. We have to kind of go over to that corner because we need to be able to keep stepping over onto the point and off of it again. Enemy team do take the round. Okay, let's see if we can just adjust our build, take down the Ashe, and then hopefully we can support the Ryan versus Ryan fight. It is a bit tricky playing Ryan into a Zen and also a Reaper. Our team are arguing with each other. I don't feel like they need to at this point. There wasn't really any crazy mistakes in that game. It's just not the best map for us. So getting rid of the trap build almost entirely. Then again, we still want to be able to throw the traps out. So am I going to sacrifice the trap health and get this weapon power? If we get something like Eye of the Spider, it's a lot of weapon power. Otherwise, we can still afford Talon Modification Module. 6k, that leaves us with 10k Codebreaker, Weapon Jammer, or there's the option of Phantasmic Flux or Vanadium. Phantasmic Flux is good because it's going to give us the weapon lifesteal, that little bit of overhealth, which can help us survive some of these aimbot shots. Also nice against the Zen, of course. So I think that's the safer point. It gives us 10% weapon power, so it's still decent. But yeah, we could have got more weapon power. Actually, no. It's the same if we bought Eye of the Spider, but then we would have had a bit more money to get another 5%. So yeah, a little bit less weapon power, but way more survivability. And you kind of need to have some against the player that's cheating. So what's their build now? They've gone for the, what, double-barreled? Yeah, out with a bang, and then they've got slow burn. Their build is so weird. It's so terrible. The closer, Eye of the Spider, Phantasmic Flux, Talon Modification Module, and Custom Stock. So basically, 0 survivability. Also what we like to see. They get a little bit of health from what? Custom Stock. But yeah, they should be a 2-shot even without having loads of weapon power. X-Master, thank you very much for those bits. Yeah, it was my birthday not too long ago, so I appreciate that. This was obviously from a stream. Right, Reaper detonated. Damage over onto the Rhine. Much more familiar playing with Zip Grease build. Missed the shots over onto the Zen though. Normally takes me, you know, half a round or so to warm up with Zip Grease. I just got to kind of learn the timings and, yeah, try and keep it familiar. We haven't got Hot Boom with this, so we are still trying to fire out our concussion mines. Let them land first just to get the trap, but yeah, it doesn't have the health, so you don't get the same kind of distraction value. Anyone gets stuck in that trap though, they just get deleted. Well, not the Ryan, but pretty much anyone else, which is why we keep throwing them out there. There's the Ashe. Not going to peek that. I still want to try and lob that mine out. Ooh. Okay, backing all the way off. Let's use this tire. Wait for the shatter. We didn't want that to kill our tire. Brig does take down the Ryan anyway, even if the tire was unsuccessful. Oh, Zen hit twice. Can we get another one? Boom, Moira taken down at least. Trap thrown over onto the Ashe. Let's get airborne again. Any shots? They went up there. We just saw like a couple of pixels. Zen, one shot over onto them. Enemy team not able to get near the point. But you take round 3. One more round is all we need. Now, honestly, at this point, I'm also wondering, are there multiple cheaters in this game? And the only other one that I could think of would be Zen. Now, sometimes you will get people playing together, and, you know, where there's one cheater, there can be several. And so I'm now suspicious of everybody on their team. Since it's also saying that they're not in a group, then I'm like, have they left the group here? So I will say now that the Zen is not cheating. I did go and check the replay. And I do sort of call them out. I just say maybe, because I didn't see anything definitive. It's just it did feel like we were getting hit by a lot of Zen shots. But credit to the Zen, they were covering the angles like really well through the choke points. The same way that I played kind of Torb and Hanzo in regular competitive. They're asking me about the build. I don't know at this point. Like, probably AP. Okay, we can go get Eye of the Spider. 4k left. Spike Gloves gives us some health. Emergency Chips, good for surviving the Ashe shot. So, I think we can pick this up.
If the team wins this next point, they'll take the match. 3, 2,
It's just a bad build. They do have 70% weapon power, but they should be reasonably easy to just take down, like with Zip Grease. We're not obviously focused entirely on them because they're not crazy strong or anything. It's just spam where they're going to walk up. I'm surprised they didn't just W into all of our Zip Grease shots. Okay, each time that we jump up, again, their aimbot seems very slow. So we might be able to get away with this a little bit. Just got to make sure that we don't stay on that high ground. Okay, we did take one shot. I was hoping I could hit that one. Reaper's putting pressure on us though. We do manage to hit that. Pretty nice amount of damage, like 230, 40 or something per shot, which means 2 shots in a row will eliminate that Ashe. We just have to connect them. Okay. Our Ryan does get taken down. We do have Hot Boom now, by the way. That's the power that we got in this 6th round. And again, it takes a little bit of getting used to. His enemy team pushing in the lead now. Okay, looking out for the Ashe. Didn't see them. I was assuming that shot came from the high ground, but no, they're just underneath. One shot onto them. Can we hit a second? There we go. Oh no, that's on the Moira. Reaper is putting some pressure over onto us. Ryan off the map, at least our Ryan is, but can we kill everybody else here? Zen taking a shot, another shot. Ashe jumps back with Coach Gun. Reaper, just strafing awkwardly there. Oh, Ashe one hit again. We're just not hitting the double. Nice. Brig surviving well against the Ryan there. Oh, we see somebody in there. Nice, okay. Soldier's got that one covered. It's the Ashe who just didn't know what to do because they're not very good at this game. It's a bit awkward to try and push this one. Yeah, I think even there I was thinking maybe the Zen is also cheating. We're looking at this and then look, that's kind of right. It's kind of they could be cheating. And I think I've based everything on 1, that little kill cam. And then 2, them hitting some shots. And then, well, 3, that there's already an existing cheater in this game. Like 100%. Both shots so close. Have they got like an auto dodger? Or are they just getting really lucky? No, if they had an auto dodger, they'd be dodging other abilities. Come on, Geometry. We hit 1, but it's not direct, so we don't get Bango's damage over time. Okay, we've got traps here though. Let's use our tire. Zen, don't hit it. Okay, Zen gets taken down, but the Reaper was coming from spawn. Does eliminate us. We are in the lead right now. If we manage to hold this, then we are going to take the game. Shatter comes in, Brig as well. Anna takes down that Reaper. The Cheating Ashe, though, does get our Anna in return. Are we going to survive this? Looks like we are. And of course, we've got to write a comment. Cheat's not enough, mate. Yeah, I mean, I can see why they cheat. They're not very talented. But honestly, if that player worked on their cheats, I mean, hopefully they get banned. But if they did work on their actual aim and then also just how to actually play Overwatch, maybe they'd actually be able to be better than what they were there with those cheats. But some people are. Guys, hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like and subscribed. And I'll see you in the next one. GG.